Hello, Algebra students. We're ready for Section 4 in Chapter 11, but first, here are the answers to the review problems. I hope you will try those and then check yourself with the correct answers. Alright, Chapter 11, Section 4, Multiplying and Dividing Rational Expressions. Again, let A, B, and C be polynomials where B cannot be 0 and D cannot be 0. So here's our example. We're multiplying two rational expressions, and we know that we cannot have a 0 in our denominator. So when we multiply the top times top, we add our exponents, we get 4x to the third, and then on the bottom you distribute the 5, or you can just set the 5 outside the parentheses instead of distributing and then factoring it out. Just go ahead and leave it 5 times, but please put parentheses around the couple 2x minus 3 because they are bound together by that negative sign. Alright, so first example, this should be review. 7 times 14 is 98. We have x squared, y, and there's no other z, over 12 times 49 is 588. There's no other x, there's no other y, and then z squared. So to simplify, 98 goes into 588. It actually goes 6 times. And then our x's, this x can come up and cancel. So we actually have 1 over 6x, because 2 minus 1 is 1. Bring this y down and subtract 1y. So we have y to the third. This z cancels with one of the z's over z. And that would be your final simplified answer. Number 2, let's see. We have b plus 3. Let's factor. Let's take out our 4. B minus 3. Oh, those don't cancel. So on top we're going to have b squared. Let's factor this. So it's b minus 3 and b minus 1. And we need to factor the denominator on the other side. Multiples of 30 that subtract to give us 7. So that would be 10 and 3. We need opposite signs. So it'd be b plus 3. Now I'm ready to see what will cancel. B minus 3 cancels with B minus 3, B plus 3 cancels with B plus 3, and I'm left with B minus 1 over 4. Then you can just leave it B minus 10. You do not have to distribute. You can leave it in factored form. Alright. And by the way, we did not talk about the excluded values, but it's understood that our denominator is not 0. Let's check your progress and do the best you can on this one, the checkpoint. Here is a real-world example where we will multiply rational expressions. The speed of sound, or the Mach 1, is approximately 330 meters per second. So that's 330 meters per second. What is the speed of sound in kilometers per hour? So the first thing we're going to need to do is convert meters to kilometers. There are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer, and on purpose I put meters on the bottom because I want to cancel my meters. And we need to change seconds to hours, and there are 60 seconds in a minute. Put seconds on top so that it will cancel. And there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So you might have said 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. But I wanted to show you step by step. So we cancel our seconds, we'll cancel our minutes. And so the answer here is 330 times 3,600 over 1,000. When you do the math and you divide, you should end up with 1,188, and that was kilometers, because kilometers are left on top and hours are left on bottom. So 1,188 kilometers per hour. would be your final answer. All right, you can try the next example. Moving on to division. Dividing rational expressions. Remember, dividing fractions is nothing more than flipping the denominator and multiplying. So here we have a rational expression. We will flip and make it 5 over 2x squared, and we're right back to exactly what we were doing on the first page. So rewrite the problem, 8 over 20x to the third as times 25x squared over 44. And now we're ready to simplify. So x squared cancels with 2 of those, leaving 1x on the bottom. 5 goes 5, and 5 goes 4, and 4 goes 2, and 2 goes once, and 2 goes 22. I hope I'm not going too fast. So I have 22x on the bottom and 5 left on the top. 5 times 1 is 5. So you have 5 over 22x. And I'm going to leave number 2 for you to do and flip over to the next page where we get into polynomials. So 3x plus 9 over x squared. This is understood over 1, so when I flip that, it's 1 over x plus 3. Now, we should have factored the 3 out. That's x plus 3. Change that to x plus 3, and now we're ready to simplify. The x plus 3's cancel, and I'm left with 3 over x squared as my final answer. We're going to need to factor on number 3, so it's same sign, both negative. 3 and 10 make 30 and add to give me 13 over 10. I'm going to go ahead and flip k minus 2 over k minus 3. And now I'm ready to simplify. K minus 3 cancels, and that is all that cancels. So my answer is k minus 10 times k minus 2 all over 10. And that's your answer. All right, number 2. I know I'm not going in the numerical order, but it's easier to keep it on my screen. Go ahead and factor out your 2. That's y plus 3. And again, if I'm going too fast, please rewind or stop the video. I'm going fast on purpose. Let's go ahead and put those in parentheses so everybody looks the same. That is not a difference of squares, so I can't do anything more. The only thing that's going to cancel here is y plus 3. So my answer is y minus 6 over 2 times y plus 2 plus 2. And you can leave it in this form. The reason I'm saying leave it factored out is because in case there was something else to cancel, you have checked it. Your book may have the answer as 2y plus 4. I will accept either way. All right, number 4. Let's change colors. X minus 5 over, let's go ahead and factor our denominator. Multiples of 18 that add to give us 9. How about 6 and 3? 6 times 3 is 18. Add to be negative 9 times, don't forget to flip that x minus 6. And here we have a difference of squares. Remember that? X plus 5, x minus 5. The middle terms here canceled out. The x is canceled. All right, let's simplify. X minus 5 cancels with x minus 5. X minus 6 cancels with x minus 6. So I have nothing on top, but yes, I do have something on top. It's an understood 1 in front of both of those. So 1 over x minus 3 times x plus 5. And don't take the time to FOIL that out. That is just a fine answer. So I would argue that if this is a good answer, then that is a good answer. So if your book is doing this, don't worry about that. Go ahead and do the checkpoint questions on your own, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.